All right, this is what we've been waiting for. Ah, but let's remain calm and level-headed so we can stay one step ahead of the markets. Jumping into the charts, I have a lot of information to bring you guys today, so I'm going to do my best to keep things short and sweet. Make sure to check back tomorrow for our deep dive recap on Friday. Starting at the weekly chart, I have this beautiful green candle, and that has closed just at our $9 support on the intraday. After hours did go as high as $11.08, and that is actually our next target. If I take a measured move from here, the $9 mark, going up to over $11, that's going to be a 25% green. Now, we don't quite know what's going to happen when the markets open. We're at a point now where people aren't quite sure how to handle their positions once again. So we could see some selling off early into the day, followed by a climb higher. I'm waiting to see an extension beyond this moving average at about $11.80. Keeping on top of our indicators that we've been watching, we have a development on the MACD here. Going to the daily, check it out. We have our first green bar on the daily MACD for AMC. So now that's what we've been waiting for. We have it on the 1 hour, the 2 hour, the 4 hour, and now the daily. Note, it's been green. We've had green bullish momentum on the weekly MACD for some time. Double checking the RSI. Things are still on track here. I'm going to go into a shorter time frame, see more detail. And we've hung around the overbought level, overbought territory continuously. And we do see a nice bounce off the 70 point. AMC is so bullish at the moment that it never retested this RSI trend line, so I'm just going to delete that. On our moving averages, we've seen extensions well above the moving averages down here. Just like we were expecting. This is a perfect lesson in trading takes patience. You know, a lot of impatient bag holders sold down here. And they missed that whole move up. They missed a 60% move upwards, guys. Okay, so that's why you should be very careful with your stop losses currently. We're seeing a lot of volatility. These moves happen extremely quick. Be careful not to exit your long positions too soon. Now, if things are to continue bullishly throughout the day today, we have our buy box, right? We have our buy box down here, and we do remember our gap target up in this range. So I'm going to go ahead and call this a sell box now, and this will be our resistance area in the near term. Now you can see also that the wick closed today just barely entered our sell box and got rejected. So that is a strong resistance currently, and we may see some consolidation within here before continuing upwards. For day traders, I'm going to go into the 15-minute. There's been a lot of intraday action. I'm happy that a lot of you guys were able to get in around $7 yesterday before this breakout occurred. I had posted to my Twitter page early on in the day when the price was down here, about $7.50. I was watching the price action when this occurred. Our bearish signal was the break of this trend line, like so. As soon as the price deviated below that line, it's a nice short scalp opportunity. Day traders, 7% red there. Congratulations if you were able to take advantage of that. And hopping back in, you get a nice 25+% the other way. Here's a clip from a video that I posted on February 10th. Now, this was my second position that I entered on AMC. My first position I entered at about $6.50. My second position was down at $5.40. I just entered my call positions earlier that morning, down around this area at about $5.40. Moving on to GME. Excuse me. I do apologize that I've somewhat glossed over the targets for day traders in the past. I'd like to analyze that a little further today. So I'm going to readjust this giant arrow. It was more of a fun estimate before, okay? Just to illustrate the direction we're heading. But I'd like to go ahead and make that a more accurate target now. Now that we have seen some upwards movement. Funny enough, the candle bar is almost exactly as tall as this green line here. Anyway, you can see the incredible bullish candle close today on the day yesterday. The beer's kicking in. Bear with me. So we have a massive green candle. Take a measured move. That's going to be over 100% move. As I mentioned before, personally, I found anything under $50 a pretty nice entry, a nice long-term entry. Now that we've seen such a significant break, it's going to be a lot more difficult to enter a new position here. Remember that $90 was my very first short-term target, and I did say that if it were to reach that high, we could see a slight rejection. However, it would probably be too quick of a move to make a trade based upon. And that is exactly what we saw play out in the after hours, because GME closed after hours all the way up at $168. And that does line up perfectly with our 0.5 Fibonacci level. We'll explain the Fibonacci in further detail in a future video for beginners. I did want to touch on the wicks again quickly. So our signal for this breakout was this one wick right here, this one candle. That's all it took. If you're patient and looking for signals like that, every once in a while you'll find a nice one. Note that the red candle before it was a little misleading. It looked like we were beginning a breakout from this trend line. However, it really took until this nice green wick action to actually confirm some bullishness. So what I mean when I say a wick, a typical candle will have a majority of it showing as a full rectangle shape, a full colored in red or green rectangle. This one is missing the rectangle, and that's because where the candle opened, and this is the daily, so where the candle opened for the day, it actually closed the day just about where it opened. So we don't see an illustration of a solid candle on this wick here. Because of that specifically, it turns into more of this cross shape. And the shape is more relevant than the actual color on this candle. Okay. Good news. If I go to the volume now, we were noticing some beginnings to some green candle bars coming in. We saw a slight increase on the volume as of February 16th, so this Monday. So all this week we've seen increasing volume on GME. And now with the breakout yesterday, we have a very big noticeable green bar down on the volume indicator. So we're seeing a lot of buying volume coming in right now. Now, on the MACD, things look a little different than AMC. Remember, AMC just began painting green momentum on the daily MACD. We have not seen that occur yet with GME. But instead of that being a bearish sign leading into the remainder of the week, I'm actually looking at it as a bullish sign, because once we do see some green momentum on the MACD, I do believe that will directly translate into more green candles on the price action on the chart. So I don't think we're done yet. Most likely things are just getting started here. We have a long ways to go. It's probably going to be a bullish year ahead. So try and be patient. Alright, well, I want to keep it short and sweet, so I'm just going to wrap things up here today, guys. We have a lot to talk about tomorrow, so do check back in for our Friday recap. VIP giveaway winner. Congratulations, Lisa. Welcome aboard. We're happy to have you in our exclusive trading community. This is Lisa's tweet from the other day. Life lesson from Denwo. Don't worry about technicals, because Denwo has your back. just watch his videos, inducting to his channel. Thanks, guys. Happy trading. Have a great day.